just to evaluate this site right off the bat when I come to it, I like your point about landing page, because the first thing that I see when I come here is like that's like the impact. It's like a first impression, and that's the thing that matters like the most when it comes to a website. And the big thing about this, and when I've made like countless websites and I've taken my licks and I've made some horrible sites, and I've made some decent sites, but I wouldn't say I've made any excellent sites. The big thing to think about is the audience. Who's actually viewing your site? Because although I may create a site that I'm just like, wow, I love this. This is perfect. This is amazing. This is everything I want it to be. It doesn't matter if the audience that's going to go see it or use it doesn't understand it or doesn't get it or doesn't like it. Because it's not about me at the end of the day. It's about who the intended user is of that actual site. In this instance, when I look at this and I come to the landing page, there's a couple of things that I pointed out. You'd said this before too, and I heard this all over the room. These arrows didn't really seem to do anything too much. Okay, they work on Firefox. Maybe they don't work on other ones. But on your website, if icons, buttons, and features don't work, that's like a huge minus automatically, because they're just like, why? I want this to do something. Okay? And someone said like connected to sites and stuff. If you've got like hyperlinks and texts and images that are supposed to take you somewhere, make sure they actually work. The worst thing in the world is to go to a site, click on a link, and it takes you to 404 not found. How many people have had that happen? That's so frustrating, especially when you're researching or you're trying to find information and you click on something, you're like, I think 404 not found. It sucks. Ugh. So the other thing when I look at this is there's just too much going on up here. Way too many drop downs. There's too many things coming at me for me to immediately get what I need to get. The big thing for a website is make it easy to navigate. Like, get your message home automatically, and if the people want to find more information, there's ways you can go about doing that. You don't have to throw everything up there because it's too daunting for people, freaks them out, they just stop navigating and they just throw it away. Okay? So that's one of the big things. The other thing you said about landing page, when I come here, this rotating, these are sweet, these are adorable pictures, but they literally do nothing. Because I don't want to have to scroll on the page to get to stuff. It's showing up on yours, like full screen. I'm looking at yours and I can see get involved and all that kind of stuff on the bottom. But on this right here, immediately, you got to remember, people are stupid. That's the one thing to keep in mind. They generally are, and they're generally lazy. And you want to make it really simple for them to get to what they need to get to. If these are the three most important things, cut that image in half. Make it really small so that it's just really narrow. And then I can automatically see this stuff here. These three things are right there, easy for me to get to, and I know where I can move from there. Other than that, I actually don't see a blog on this page. Someone had said content, or whatever it was, or information. The biggest thing when I come to a website that I'm looking for is I'm looking for updated content. Has there been a post that's recently been put up there? Is there a constant conversation? Is there a place for me to have a discussion with people on this site? How do I get in touch with the people or know what's going on? Or is this organization something that's currently, involved with different schools? Or is this something that was started a couple years ago and it hasn't done anything since? If I come to the Invisible Children site and I scroll down, you automatically have a blog right here. The last post was February 4th. They've got another post here that's January 31st. These guys are updating their stuff like crazy. That's impressive. That means to me that they're on the ball, they're constantly working, and they're constantly pushing their message forward. And that thing's a big thing for me. There are a few other issues with this site that I see, but the main thing for me is if their main goal is to raise money, to raise awareness to stop Coney's Army, the first thing that I see right here, bam, is that. That's what my attention's drawn towards, so now I know what I need to move towards. Okay? So it has that purpose, it has that effect. There's all this other information over here on the side, but I'm immediately drawn to their mission and what the website is here for, and that's like e-commerce purposes. Okay? And just as an aside, an amazing thing, when you look at the donate thing here, this is huge. The fact that they've set it up here so you can have like monthly recurring donations and stuff like that. It seems like a small thing, but whether you're a political organization or a nonprofit organization, if you can get constant recurring payments into you without having to actually do something, without actually having that person to come back to the site, you've already won. Because it's basically like getting a steady income constantly coming in. If you get people to monthly give $50, let's just say you get 10, 20, 30 people doing that, that's a steady stream of income that you can count on until their credit card expires or they basically cancel the actual fee. Little small, it's a small thing, but to me, the fact that they've got that set up means they've got their stuff together, and it's really impressive to see that kind of stuff because a lot of organizations are moving in that way. Anyway, I got all jacked up on coffee yesterday talking about this stuff with that leader, and I'm a little bit, yeah, hands are a little bit going. Anyway, that being said, what I want you to do now is take a look, and I may even make some changes to this further after our discussions. This is currently the rubric I'm going to use to evaluate you. After going through some of the points that you guys made, I think I may go and make some changes to it. But take a quick look at this and get an idea of, are you doing these things on your website right now? Keep cracking away on what you're cracking away on. And I think the last couple minutes I'll show you a few more tricks with some different features and functions with the site. Questions, concerns, criticisms? Cool, get to her.